I think y'all went through a exercise really of talking about name change, and where'd you wind up?
EME. Empowering my environment.
Empowering my environment.
Empowering my environment is a movement. It's something that's coming from the concrete, where there's soil underneath the concrete, but this is a rose that grows underneath all the unnecessary stuff that's going on. So Empowering My Environment is something that, it was a better name. Even when we thought about it, it kind of stuck more because we're trying to strengthen our environment. We're trying to make where we come from, how we live, the decisions that we made in the past, we're trying to make them better. We're actually trying to rectify them and make sure that the things that people think about us is not our past, but what we're doing right now.
All right, so I taught entrepreneurship in different settings for about a decade, but my friend Turtle contacted me and he said he had an idea for doing entrepreneurship or teaching entrepreneurship in a way that I had never done it before. You actually wanted to do it, learn as you were going. So what was your idea?
Man, just to get some of the big homies out the neighborhood. Maybe get them together and come together as a group and get out here, man, so we can show the younger people another route to take.
I had no guidance, nobody to lead me, so I did what everybody else in the hood was doing, which we call thugging. I went out there thugging and ended up getting in a lot of trouble doing it. Getting a record at 12 years old, going to alternative school, getting in a lot of fights and just stressing my mom out. But like I said, I was just going with the flow.
Man, high school was gang bang central. I went to McClellan, man, back in the early 90s, 92 to 94, banging. I was used to my father being around. My father was like one of my best friends when I was a kid. So when he just left, it was like he abandoned us as sons.
Like growing up in a house where you ain't had no father. My father was in the penitentiary, you know what I mean? My mom went through some abusive things with him, you know what I mean? So I grew up fighting, you know what I'm saying? Then I done started to get exposed to weapons. So you was young, you was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Gang banging was the thing to do. So, you know, it was kind of like that was where I was, it was like that's where I was meant to be or something.
Around 88, 89-ish, it started getting, a lot of gangs started coming here. I got involved with that, which led me down a really bad path. Witnessed a lot of stuff a young man shouldn't witness, been through a lot of things, but all that end up leading me to federal prison for 13 years.
You know, it's a lot of violence going on in these neighborhoods, and we think that it's something else that we can do besides always running in and out the penitentiary, always fighting, shooting, and killing. It just the norm on what we do right here in the city. We actually came together as families, man, and putting something special together in the neighborhood and trying to show our people something different.
You think it's gonna work?
Man, they ain't got no choice but to work. This is what we do.
That's why I'm in. All right, so you put this team together, launch this business. Tell me about Caleb.
Caleb, that's my youngest brother. You know what I'm saying? I love him to death. You know what I mean? I came together, man, I thought I just wanted to show him something different. You know what I'm saying? Like all his life, he watched his brothers go in and out of the penitentiary. And I just wanted to show him that we doing something else, man, and show him another route, man, another route where he might need to take with us together.
When I was 19 years old, I was going to a fight. I had my gun on me. And I went to the fight. We got in a big old argument. I pulled my gun out. But everybody knows Caleb a fighter. I'm not a shooter. I'm not about that killing, but I will fight all day. Next thing you know, I hear gunshots. I end up getting shot in my face and the bottom of my chin. And when I got shot, like I said, I thought I died on the scene. I woke up 3 days later on a Monday, and that's what brought about a changing point in my life, because I knew that I was still on this earth for a purpose. I lived through a tragic moment when I thought I died on that Saturday.
And Charlie Mack?
Charlie Mack, that's a long friend, man. We started off street gang banging together. He ended up going to prison. I ended up introducing him to Arkansas Baptist, and he ended up becoming the president of Arkansas Baptist entrepreneurship class, and who not else better than choose for him.
I had brothers, but as I grew up, I saw gang and my homeboys, and they were family. So it was easy to, to blend in with the gang because it was like men and brothers. So I could understand that, but it points you more to the wrong direction than to the right because you're looking for something now. Now I'm searching for something to fill that void of where my father was, family being wanted, like men that looked like me and talk. And they weren't even men then, we were boys. So my thinking was messed up. It was
Charlie Rock?
Man, that's my friend, man. That's my childhood friend. We went to the penitentiary together, actually. He did 13, I did 10. He was solid, you know what I mean? He's always been solid to me. He's never, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got a flaw when it came to me. So I was like, man, let me get my guy, you know what I mean? And see what we can do out here, man, and get this neighborhood back on track where we're on a good path where we had it before we left.
Prison saved my life. I know for a fact I wouldn't have made it to 21 years old. I went to federal prison at 18. I wouldn't have made it to 21 because of the type of activities that I was involved in. And I had a mindset of I didn't care. So once you get that mindset that you don't care and you full-fledged banging with the hood, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna make it, especially the route we were going. We were into everything.
Like growing up in a house where you ain't had no father. My father was in the penitentiary, you know what I mean? My mom went through some abusive things with him, you know what I mean? So, I just knew that I wasn't gonna last long on these streets. It was gonna either be death or the penitentiary, one or the other. One of them had to save. So, unfortunately, I ended up robbing some establishments on federal grounds and ended up people seeing me as a threat out here. You know, I was like one of the lone little gang bangers out here. And I ended up getting federal charges, charged as an adult, went down there with the big boys. At 16, I had to hold my own. Our stories are so amazing, you know what I mean? They so unique. Each one of us got these unique stories. Each one of us been through struggles, you know what I'm saying? Like, and through these tribulations that we done went through, you know, we overcame it. You know what I mean? We was able to still get out here and still find a way, some common grounds to feed our family and interact with the community. Not trying to leave the community or trying to get better and leave. No, we trying to get better and stay. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that by us living here and being down here in these environments, that it is a much needed for entrepreneurship in these in these environments.
We're talking about this brand that you're building, this empowering my environment. If I'm wearing some of your merchandise, what does that say about me? What am I trying to communicate?
Unity. Our main message is unity on every side. It don't matter if you're from the north, the south, the east, the west. We're trying to bring people together instead of being divided, because it's been that way for centuries. People have been divided, but it's time for us to come together, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to empower people. We're trying to show a better way of life, because so many people are just jacked up in all areas, and we're trying to empower them, trying to make them stronger, build them up, show them a whole other way a way of life, which is really love, unity, respect, getting along with each other, golden rule, doing unto others as you would like to be done unto yourself.
Love, unity, and community. So we need for whoever purchased our merchandise, we need for you to believe in it, because that's the message that we are truly pushing. That's where we at now in our lives. Empowering was something that we all were on, we were on one accord with that. We were empowering our neighborhood, and we seriously mean that. And that's what we want people to know that buy our product, to buy into our values of love, unity, and community. He give him that thumb up because you're going to be looking good, because our apparel going to be fly. You dig? We're going to be fly with it. So I want you to smile, and too, just say hello and how you doing. You know what I'm saying? Just might make that person's day. You know, it don't take a lot to be nice to your neighbor and to love your neighbor. And it took for me to come from a dark place to get to this light, you know. So that's what we want you. When you have on our apparel, go holler at that other person. Tell them, hey, how you doing? How your day going? Just talk to them. Get to know that person.
If you're wearing EME, I want you to show a source of power. You know, might have courage. You might be low self-esteem into some things. You know, you might have some troubles in your life, but you know, EME is here to give you the strength that you might need to face all your problems and all the diverse you've been going through. You know, what EME did for me, it actually took me off the streets. You know what I'm saying? It got me where I wanted to go get an education, where I wanted to show my people and my homeboys, my friends and my family, I wanted to show them a better side of me other than a street side.
We want to thank y'all for supporting us, for following us, doing episode 1. We're going to return next week and talk about how we can stop this violence in the city. EME, baby.
EME all day. Well, violence is taught in our community. You know what I'm saying? The more violent your gang is that's who's going to run the streets. And also, it's just what we was taught. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you are taught to handle your problems, through violence. You feel me? So once that's programmed in you, and then especially once you pop that pistol the first time and you get off and you like it, it becomes a repeat process, a revolving door of violence.